I'm Tony Peak. I live in Chilton County, Alabama, and I'm a homestead homie. I'm watching Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
What's up, homestead homies? Another exciting adventure with Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. I'm Doug.
And I'm Stacy.
And today we're back in the rocking chairs. We're just going to hang out.
It seems like it's been forever.
We've been so busy. But we don't have a problem with being busy. We're trying to get out and meet you guys hand to hand, face to face. And so that's working out really well. We're going to be in Oregon in August. So make sure you check the links down below on where you can hook up with us if you want to meet us in person, you know, swap stories and shake hands and all that fun stuff, because we're on the go this year with a lot of speaking schedules, and you know, we're glad to do it. And luckily we have a family that comes, they stay at our property, watch our animals swim in the pond, fish, so they just have a good time. So, you know, while we have that opportunity, we're trying to utilize it as much as we can so we can get out and meet you guys. So thank you to the Legrands, because we know you're watching, because you're good homestead homies.
Congratulations to Samuel, because he finally caught a bullfrog. Every time he comes, he says, I'm going to get a bullfrog, and he caught one.
So we really appreciate you guys coming and watching the place, and I'm sure the homestead homies appreciate it too, that can meet up with us, because you're affording the opportunity for us to get out and meet the people. So also, don't forget, before we get started, we have some new stickers out, and we don't charge a dime for them, so if you want one, they're all weather stickers, like a 20-year life. I mean, we got the nicer ones. They can go on, you know, on your vehicle glass or anywhere on your laptop, wherever you want to put them, free of charge. All you have to do is send in a self-addressed stamped envelope. Just write us a little note in there, provide your email address, and then we'll ship that out to you in your envelope. No charge, free stuff. So what are we talking about today?
I just kind of wanted to talk about, you know, people are living longer now, but really, are they living better?
No, they're living miserably. And this all kind of ties back into this video right here. It's called Living Off Grid or Thinking About It. And I talk in that video, I was just kind of raw, just, you know, giving it up. And, you know, a lot of people work so long at their jobs to retire. And then as soon as they retire, their knees are blown out, their hips are being replaced, they're in poor health. A lot of people even die. We were watching something the other day, remember? And she said that she had a job, and she went in one day, and the guy they were programmers at IBM, and she said, the guy said, oh look, I just made a program that it counts down the days, the hours, the minutes, and the seconds
till I retire.
To when I retire. And then she said, well, why would you do that? And he said, because that'll be the day that I actually start to live. And I thought, oh my gosh. And that actually caused her to quit her job.
She did right after that, right. Gave her 2 weeks.
So yeah, even though you're maybe living longer, but if you're not, you know, doing what you love, and, you know, all the stress that comes along with that, just, you know.
For sure. I mean, you know, nowadays you're seeing, you know, obesity and diabetes are like the two words that you're hearing. And somebody that you know, I mean, I was reading somewhere, I mean, this is sickening. In the United States, over 70% increase of diabetes since 1990 till now. That is just like disgusting.
And our sons are in the military, excuse me, and they are having problems with kids that are coming into the military now. They're rolling their ankles, they have bad feet and ankle support, and they're really, you know, of course, the obvious is that they're out of shape and everything, but because they're living these sedentary lives, playing video games all the time and not doing anything, they're having a lot of problems with, you know, fractured ankles, rolling ankles, bad feet, all that. Yeah,
they were talking about, you know, sitting, because a big thing, of course, anything is movement is everything. Farmers, you know, you look at the list of people who live the longest, you know, certain jobs. Farmers are on that list, like in the top five. Yeah. Jinx. We said it at the same time. So it's like the top five. It's because farmers get out and you move more.
Believe me, I've moved more in 6 years. Woo!
But movement is just important, just to get up and move, because sitting is the new smoking. I mean, sitting and being sedentary, it messes up your whole body, because you have to look at your lymph system and everything. It's like a pump, and it needs to keep pumping. Otherwise, it's just going to get clogged up. Toxins can't get out. You get sick, then you have disease, and everything just kind of goes cascading down the waterfall, and it just makes it worse. So like I was saying before, with obesity and diabetes, you know, they kind of go hand in hand. It's it's from, not having movement, and then also just like our lifestyles and the food and everything. And so when Doug and I did what we did now to move onto our homestead and to start living off grid like this, it started changing a lot of things and living like they used to live, a few hundred years ago.
That's what I was going to roll into, is that, guys, we are made to be like bodies in motion. Back in the day, like, caveman days or whatever you want to say, 100, 200, 250, 300 years, 1,000 years, people weren't just like sitting around all the time. I mean, if you didn't go out and grow food or whatever, you didn't eat. And you didn't produce, if you didn't produce, you didn't participate in bartering and trading. That's what people, that was the currency, is bartering and trading. So we are not just meant to sit around and watch Off Grid with Doug and Stacy videos.
Yeah, and the thing is with that, some people are like, I don't want to exercise, I don't want to do this, or I can't do a lot of this farming stuff or homesteading stuff. You know what? The big thing whenever anyone did anything is walking.
Yeah.
If you could get out and, walk and move around, like even on our property, we just like, when you just walk around the perimeters, I'm going back and forth, I'm walking, checking out everybody, checking out the animals, checking out what's going on with the fence, doing this. And you're just moving. So just getting up and moving. Movement is the key. It really is so important.
Use it or lose it.
For sure.
That's right.
Yeah. And then the other thing is when we moved here, and we're going to kind of compare like a couple things, comparing to, like we grow seeds now. So the seeds that everyone used to grow were open pollinated seeds, heirloom seeds. And then now we have GMO seeds and we have hybrid seeds.
Well, we don't, but most people use those.
Right. So, you look at the two, and then, are you really, not the hybrid as much, but like your GMO, with the nutrition and what it's doing, you kind of look at, and you also look at the soils back then, as opposed to the soils now. The soils are depleted of anything, so you're not getting all the minerals and vitamins. That's why a lot of us, on these homesteading channels, everyone's trying to get your soil levels to have all the minerals and things it needs, just like the human body needs. If we don't get our potassium and our magnesium and all those different things in our body, then, same thing with the plants. The plants need all that, and the pH, everything needs to be right, just like a human body. So, unfortunately, our soils these days are really depleted of a lot of that.
Yeah, so you got to make those steps and try to get your soils fed and keep those good biotics going in there, get your worms on, your compost teas and all that stuff, and get it recharged.
Yeah, and then, you talk about even like fats that people used to have, the fats, the old like animal fats, as opposed to now you have more of these refined oils that aren't as good in the body. So you kind of look at the old and you look at the new, and the old is better and better and better because you're getting food that is real food. Like when you talk about cooking, you used to prepare your foods, whether it be through fermenting or if you're going to smoke your, meats or however you do, you're preparing it, as opposed to the microwave.
Right.
Oh my gosh, so we did a video on the microwave.
Yeah, we'll link it right here. Yeah. But also too, people used to eat like organs, right? Like livers and stuff like that, versus now everyone eats like muscle. So that has a lot to do with your
organ meats are so nutrient rich that it's using. They used to eat every single part of the animal, including the bones, where you had bone broth, and now everything is like bone broth this, bone broth. But bone broth is great. It is like the elixir of health because it's so wonderful. Your collagen helps your skin, your hair, just energy, your immune system to heal digestive problems. Bone broth is great, and that's what people used to use because they would let those bones just cook, as long as they could, because they really didn't have a lot. And bone broth is great, and now you look at bone broth, and then we'll compare it today.
Even old Dr. Oz is talking about it.
MSG. So we're putting MSG into our foods to make the foods taste more flavorful to excite the brain and all that. When, before you would just use good old-fashioned homemade bone broth.
And the food was flavorful because it was grown with all the minerals and everything that it needs to produce a good fruit and a good leaf and a good everything.
Right.
And another thing too, because we talk a lot about fermenting on our channel, is about, like she touched on a little bit ago, is about preparing it, right? So canning and all that stuff, I mean, that's been around 1800s, 1850s?
Yeah, canning's not that old. I mean, and then the pressure canning, the regular canning had started. What was this about? Was it Napoleon?
Right. He offered up an award for someone who could come up with a way that they could get food fresher to the troops, and so that's when kind of this kickstarting of canning. That was the original Kickstarter. So the guy came up with the canning, but it really started hitting into like 1850s or something.
That was like the pressure canners.
Right.
The pressure canners came a little later.
But fermenting, what I was getting at was fermenting is a superior way to prepare and have the most nutrients from your food, and it lasts 6 months to a year easy if it's in a dark, cool spot.
And I've had ferments last longer.
Right, and if it's really hot and humid, you'll need to put your ferments in the refrigerator. But if you can keep it in a cool, dark spot like a basement, root cellar, stuff like that, which people all had back in the day, then you'll be able to keep your ferments 6 months, a year, or even longer. So that's like the original, old school, 2,000 plus year food preservation method. And that's why we talk about it here.
Right, and we're trying to do everything the old ways. How did they do it? I always think of things when I'm preparing something, how did they used to do it? How did they used to do it? Because, old ways are the good ways.
And we're not totally like, some of you guys might be at our channel for the first time ever. We're not against like new modern stuff. It has benefits, but we're talking about health and nutrition and trying to get back to that good raw superfood that will help you live a happy, healthy life. Because even like she said, you're living longer, but you're so medicated and jacked up, you're not living a quality life towards the end, right? So we want to run with the ball all the way through our lifespan and be healthy for doing it.
Yeah, and then you look at also animals, that we're raising here, animals on pasture versus like nowadays. Yeah. Animals that are in confinement and all that. So, you look at the health of your animals, same with your chickens and all that. I mean, that all relates and goes back to you when you're eating your food. That's why so many people are, suffering a lot of issues, like anxiety and depression, and are just having, lots of trouble because they're not getting those vitamins and minerals, adrenal problems that they need from real food. So, we talk about do what you can where you are, trying to start having your container garden, maybe on your porch, or maybe have a little garden box, or do something like that. Or maybe if you can, start raising chickens so you can get eggs. I mean, eggs, guys, are like a complete food.
Yeah.
They are so good for you. So good for you. And I mean, it's just some place to start. So we were just kind of thinking, and we were tossing back and forth, looking at the old and the new, and kind of how our life has changed and our health has gotten better over the years, and we're getting older, and we're feeling better because we're, out moving, we're eating good, pure food, and it really has made a difference. I mean, and it's not like something, I know a lot of people really think, we're so used to taking a pill and then you'll get better quick like that. But one thing with your body, it took a long time for you to get sick,
right? Especially
like I was talking about diabetes and obesity. You need to start eating real food, lots of greens, and your fruits and vegetables and nuts and seeds, and your eggs and those kind of foods. And it takes time for your body to heal. You're not going to get better right away. And then and my big thing I want to talk about also is drinking soda. But, stop drinking soda, eating fermented foods every day in your diet. And these things over time will start to heal you. Bone broth, and you'll start getting healed. It might take a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. You may start noticing things.
8 months.
No, it could take a while. Some people don't understand. If you've been yo-yo dieting a lot and you get stuck, your body gets stuck. So if you start eating clean, sometimes it'll take 6 months. It might take 8 months.
Right.
But you start feeling better, and then losing weight is a side effect of that, and then you will eventually get healthy. And that is the trick. You need to stay true and not, try to cave in, because it will get better. And soda is a big culprit. Some people will say, well, I'm just gonna, I wanted to show you guys this.
This is one
20 ounce
thing of soda, the sugar that's in it, right? So we got these visuals here for you guys this time, right? Because we pull out all the punches. Here we go. 1 20 ounce soda. This is the sugar in it.
It's 17 teaspoons.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, and look at people, and then people say, well,
people drink 2 or 3 of them a day.
And that's messing your insulin levels. Then it messes up, you know, you talk about Alzheimer's and all that. It messes up your, you know, your brain, the cognitive abilities from the sugar, insulin. Insulin, you know, diabetes and pre-diabetes. There's so many people that are suffering from that. And the sugar, high fructose corn syrup or sugar, either way, this stuff adds up on your body. And I know people will say, and even diet soda is even worse.
I was just going to say, but I drink a diet soda.
People say, oh, I just do it once a week, or I do it once in a while. I mean, I say, is it okay to have a little arsenic once in a while? Because
well, sure, my apples.
in the seeds. But, you know, it's not, this is like poison.
Yeah.
Along with the caramel coloring that they put in it, which is terrible.
And just on and on.
Then the acidic nature of it, what it does to your bones and your teeth. Come on, guys. You know, make some kombucha, or maybe have some herbal tea, or try to switch some things. Because this is your life. I mean, you're okay right now. Yeah, you're okay now. And then over time, you know, it's going to be the caffeine, especially these energy drinks and all this. It messes with your adrenals. So many young people are suffering from adrenal exhaustion from all this caffeine and stuff that you're getting. You know, get some sleep. You know, get out and move. Eat some good leafy greens every day. You know, make sure, you know, try to take care of your body, because it's the only one we got. And your health is very, very important. I'm sorry, I get on my little rant.
We got at you today. But anyways, we just, you know, we were just
talking.
She had come up with this little thing here and wanted to talk to you guys because, you know, we do a lot of fermenting. Eat whole foods. We're growing our food, sharing this stuff with you guys. You know, we're healthier for it. We feel the difference.
And if I can get it to one person to maybe change their life a little bit and to help your health, I mean, I'm just telling you guys, making these little changes. Maybe just get out and move a little bit, or stop drinking your sodas, or something. You know, everybody. It
starts now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, we've heard testimonies from you guys that are actually implementing this advice. We're not doctors, and we don't play one on YouTube. But you guys are implementing these things that we're suggesting, and you're writing us, and we're emails. And you guys saw the video right here. I'll link it again of a testimony that she cut the sugars out, and her candida was getting fixed. And I mean, she feels much better.
Oh, this stuff is so bad.
Right.
Bad. But I put it in my kombucha, but it goes into ferment.
But it turns into something totally different. Yeah. All right, so that's it. So don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hopefully you guys got something. There's a couple of the takeaways is, you know, eat your food as raw as you can, or cook. If you do cook it in the old kind of methods. Yeah, you're going to use your stove or your oven, but lay off, you know, no microwaves.
And don't overcook it. Cookware. No, I mean, don't. No, I mean,
oh my gosh.
Shame on me. Yes, use cast iron cookware. Don't use non-stick cookware.
Non-stick cookware is bad news. Plastic spatulas in your non-cooks.
Okay, here, let's talk about soda and putting it in a plastic bottle. Because
that's even worse. They heat up, they cool down.
And it's acidic, so you're getting the bisphenol A, and stuff from the plastic from there. Oh,
so we're just trying to bring you guys this information. We just want to, you know, get you thinking and rattle your brains a little bit, so you're like, man, I got to make some changes, because, you know, we want you guys around. We want you guys to be good homestead homies and make it through the long haul, so we can all have fun on this adventure together. So don't forget to check us out on
Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And if you want one of these stickers for free, all you got to do is send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to the P.O. Box down below. Leave us a nice little note with your email inside of it, and we'll get it out to you.
And let us know what kind of changes you're making towards
today,
your life.
Right now. After watching this video, I want you to write it down there and say, right now, I'm stopped drinking soda. Today. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to come back and visit these comments, and I'm going to even ask you guys, like in 30 days or 60 days, I'm going to come back, because I do that a lot, and I'm going to say, how's that going?
Today, what?
That's it.
Oh, I was going to say, today is the first day
of your new life.
Rest of your life. What was that from? That was from a long time ago.
That's it. See you guys on the next video.
See ya. Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a homestead homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.